Okay, so we have our ants moving randomly. We have them going home. Now we want to make them follow the gradient. That's going to be what we do now. So let's see if we can get that up and working with a new method for the ants. Okay, back in agents, we have a random move, we have a home move. Let's give them a gradient move. Perfect. Gradient move. So when an ant wants to follow the gradient, it needs to look at its environment like it did for the home move, just to get the positions. And then it needs to go through and figure out where is the highest gradient. Get distance found us where is the smallest distance for all these people. And then we're going to say, where is the highest gradient? So let's do something very similar. We are going to say, go get the neighbors. But we don't want their positions so much yet. We want to know their actual environment. So we want n in this case. I had it as n before I needed to add the get position. I actually want that environment agent because the environment agent is what has the amount. So for n in neighbors, let's go find all those environment neighbors. I need to know if n amount, are you greater than what I've seen before? Well, I need some kind of maximum. So let's add a maximum up here. Self.model.lower bound is a good floor for the maximum. I'm like, that's a small number. Let's see if I can get bigger. So if I find a neighbor that has a maximum that is better than that, well, I need to reset my max equal to n.amount. And it would be good to save that location. So out here, I'm going to say where equals a 0, 0, just to have a position to start with. And then I am going to make where equals n.get position. Here's where I need that position piece. Okay, so after this for loop, I have found the position of my highest gradient. Well, let's go ahead and go there. Self.model.grid move agent self where. Oh, hi cat. Yes, I have a cat here. And so let's see if we can get that to work. Go toward the highest gradient. Nothing moved, right? It went to 0, 0. There's no gradient out there at all. So it did something, but we need a little bit more code here. We need to say, hey, wait, if I didn't find anywhere that had some cool gradient to follow, then what I want to do is to make a random move. So if max is greater than self.model.lower bound again, then I want to actually make the move. Otherwise, I didn't find anything, and so self, go ahead and make your random move. Let's see if that gets us back somewhere. So we're up here, let's take a step. Everybody's moving randomly. This is good. I'm not seeing any gradient at all. Okay, let's go make some gradient. So back in the model, up here where we were adding those environment, sometimes when we started this model, we've had the initialization, we're like, if self.random.random is less than 0.01, then cell.add, let's add 500 to their amount. Ah, look, there's going to be a lot of gradient out there. Let's see what happens. We keep them moving, and eventually they should wander in. Oh, look, one of them wandered in. They're wandering into their gradient spots and going to that center. Good. Let's see that again. And let's actually just run it here. Let's start the model. They navigate up the gradient. Where is that gradient the most? They start moving toward the center of that gradient. Now, because things are diffusing, it might be moving back and forth, but they wander right up to the middle of where it was. Now, that is really cool. We have these ants that they can go home and they can wander a gradient. Our final step is to get them to have a sort of agent action program that puts it all together. So that's what we'll do next time.